been wanting to talk to you for a while, even before I saw you with Marc. Why?
We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fantasy. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello Aromas, this is Aromie here. Welcome back to Changeling. We're here talking to Adrien about the paranormal club activities, mystery and Marc. That's why you said hello, to find that out, or you think that's the only reason he talks to me? I don't know if this is the correct choice. Okay, I wanted to ask him if finding that out was why he was talking to me in the first place, but that seemed a bit too pointed, even for me. You think that's the only reason he talks to me? Adrien shrugged. He doesn't like humans, so it was a little weird that I kept seeing him with you. Not that I was spying, I mean, he's just hard to miss. And then suddenly you're with him a lot, and I just happened to notice. He sighed and gave me a helpless smile. Do I sound like a creepy stalker yet? I smirked, getting there. Sorry, I've known Marc for a long time, so I can't help but notice whatever he's up to, and if you're with them, then it's hard to not notice you too. Well, I hate to break it to you, but regardless if I'm human or not, Marc does have at least one actually human friend. William Lee. They hang out together in the club all the time. That isn't friendship. What the heck does that mean? Anyway, you got pulled into the club pretty fast, didn't you? I was found out pretty much on the first day here. Oops. It's not like I was trying to hide it or anything. I just didn't know about any of it. Seriously, you're cryptic and you didn't even know. That's rare. So I've heard. So this all must be pretty weird to you, right? Yeah, well, not going to lie, it's pretty bizarre. I'm coping. I mean, what else can a girl do when she finds out she's Fae, right? I mean, besides getting accosted by a Spriggan right off the bat. Well, really? A Spriggan? I've never seen one. I didn't even know we had them in the area. It was relocated. I had mixed feelings about that. I mean, it lived there, and because of me, it got ousted from its home. I was relieved, but kind of sad. When we reached the club, I stopped just outside. Well, thanks for walking me up. I didn't mind. I stepped into the club room, surprised when Adrien followed me. Aren't you going back to art club? I thought that's why you came upstairs. They're not doing anything right now. I'd rather stay and chat with you. I didn't even know the Mysteries Club had a new member until just now. Why are you being so friendly? Stop. Now I'm really curious. You're going to be disappointed, I'm afraid. I'm not that interesting. I went back to the sofa and Adrien quickly joined me. Oh, I don't know about that. So anyway, what was the Spriggan like? Big, creepy looking? I didn't really get a great look at it. Too much screaming and panicking. He laughed. A Fae who's afraid of other Fae. That was like a day after someone said I might be Fae, so yeah, I was terrified. I'm still learning about all this stuff. I held up one of the books as evidence. He took it from me. I didn't notice until his fingers brushed mine that he wasn't wearing his usual gloves. Probably the first time I'd ever seen him without them. His fingers seemed to linger against mine for a split second. Our eyes met, and then he suddenly jerked his hand away. Reflectively, I jerked mine back as well. What the fuck, dude? I mean, I wasn't thinking of anything, so you can't really... He looked down at his fingertips, rubbing them together slightly. Sorry, It's okay. Marc does the same thing sometimes. I kind of assumed it was a weird vampire thing. No offense. Really? I shrugged. I don't think he likes touching people, really. It seems to bother him. I see. I'm sorry about that. He pulled his gloves out of one of his pockets and slipped them on his hand. Oops, sorry. I didn't finish reading. I noticed he didn't deny the vampire thing, so I was probably on the money regarding that one. I usually just wear these. What's that about? He picked up the book, frowning slightly as he turned it over in his hand. So, you're really some kind of Fae? Well, that's what we think anyway. I mean, it's the leading theory. Apparently the agency thinks so. I have no reason to believe they're wrong. Are you like the Marc of the Elliot route? Supposed to steal our heart away? Interesting. I've never met a Fae like you before. Really? How so? Most Fae give an impression of being sort of frail, you know? They do? I thought of you and Brenna. Neither seemed particularly frail to me. You was pretty much the opposite of frail. You're not like that at all. Oh? How do I seem less frail than Ewan? He could probably snap me in half with his little finger. There was a part of me that wondered just how much I should share about myself. I mean, I didn't know this guy. He disliked Marc, and he basically admitted he was talking to me for the sole reason that he'd seen me interact with Marc. Was that really just him being curious? But even knowing that, I couldn't seem to stop myself from answering. Well, at this point, we don't really even know what sort of fae I am, or anything. That's why you're reading these. Part of the reason, yeah. Just want to find some answers. I gave him a sidelong look. You're a vampire, right? He smiled slightly. Did Marc tell you that? Oh, Elliot, actually. Why am I telling him that? Elliot, Damiani? Oh, him. We don't interact with him much, so I tend to forget about him. How do you forget about someone just because you don't interact with them? Can I ask you something kind of related? Sure. Don't laugh, okay? I make no promises. Do vampires read minds? I mean, can they? Oh, I wasn't expecting that question. Oh yeah, some can. Mind reading, mind controlling in some cases. Shape-shifting. They're all fairly common vampire traits. Mind what? Mind controlling. Why ask that? I'm just wondering. So Marc can read my mind. I knew it. That jerk hadn't said a word about it either. Wait, does that mean Adrien can read my mind? Michiko, you know about what we were talking about earlier. Actually, I was a little worried. That's why I talked to you today. Worried? I had no idea you weren't human, so for someone as socially inept as Marc to be interested in a human, especially when given his past, he's so uncomfortable dealing with them. Wait, socially inept? I guess that's one way to describe him. You thought he was just stuck up? Well, I mean, isn't he? He just doesn't know how to interact with people. What? Huh. You probably didn't know, but he hasn't spent much time outside the house except the last few years when he and his cousin started school here. Marc has a cousin here? More importantly, why was Adrien worrying about Marc if they didn't like each other? I didn't understand any of this. He was really socially awkward when he started, and it got worse after Alex was expelled. Alex? He didn't tell you? Well, we just talk about Shakespeare. Tell me what? We're not even friends, so why would he tell me? There are a lot of people in the vampire community who hate his family and hate him for being a part of it. Because of things his family has done, things that have negatively affected all of us. I'm confused. If Marc hasn't done anything wrong personally, then I mean, to hate him just for being part of his family is kind of, well, stupid. Well, you're not a vampire, so I wouldn't expect you to understand. I don't have to be one to know that kind of grudge is stupid. You don't mince words, do you? Nope. I've noticed that in class too. Actually, I've been wanting to talk to you for a while, even before I saw you with Marc. Why? Really? You sound skeptical. That kind of hurts. Yes, I am. If you've always wanted to talk to me, how come you never have? We try not to interact with humans beyond what's necessary to, you know, function normally. I'm glad you're in the club. I'm glad you're not one of them. One of them? Somehow it sounded so cold when he said it that way. If you hate Marc and you dislike humans, why are you so worried about the two of us? Why don't you worry about Marc and William then? I never said I don't. Why? Is it an issue for a vampire and human to be friends? Anytime a vampire spends that much time with a human, it's just a vampire protecting his prey. Marc wants to eat William? Wait, you thought Marc wanted to eat me? How is that funny? Well, I mean, vampires are predators. It's natural to deal with people in terms of predator and prey. Or did you think he was protective because he cared? I never thought he was being particularly protective, actually. Just kind of naggy. And if that's why you started talking to me today, I'll tell you what I told Marc. I will fight back. I kind of want to see that. Marc said the same damn thing. Maybe I should give it a try. I had a book up to fit him off. What the fuck, you two are alike. Don't you dare. Adrien shifted slightly closer and I glared at him over the top of my book. I was pretty sure he was kidding, but still. Michiko? Elliot! The sudden voice startled me. I jumped up without thinking about it. Allie asked me to tell you that she'll go ahead and take you home now before club starts. That way you don't have to wait. Oh, okay. I'll head right down. I grabbed my things and rushed to the door. It was really nice to meet you, Michiko. Yeah, same, I guess. Ellie and Adrien didn't exchange a single word, something that wasn't lost on me. And Adrien never explained why he was so worried about seeing me with Marc. It's kind of weird to put the mindset now that the whole predator and prey thing, that never hit me in my head. That could possibly be a thing vampires do. And what was all that stuff about Marc's cousin being expelled? There was definitely some history there. Ellie was uncharacteristically silent as we walked to the stairwell together. Everything okay? Yeah, so how did you end up meeting Adrien? Oh, we ran into each other in the cafeteria. He followed me back to the club. That's all. Is everything okay? Yeah, it's fine. What is it? No, it's nothing. It doesn't look like nothing. I just wasn't expecting to see you talking to him. Well, I wasn't expecting it either. Was everything okay? Yeah, he was just being weird. Are all vampires so weird? Well, not you. I mean, you're pretty normal. Natural vampires are just... Well, they were never human to begin with. That was true, I guess. Michiko, be careful about getting involved with them, okay? I'm not trying to get involved. He just showed up. And I wasn't exactly hugely polite either. He just didn't go away. He didn't do anything weird? No, I think he was just worried because he saw me with Marc a lot lately and thought... I don't know. I don't know what he thought. He said that he was worried about seeing you with Marc. Yeah, but then he rambled about not liking Marc's family. And he mentioned Alex. I didn't know if I should ask about that. Marc hadn't said anything about it, and it seemed pretty nosy to butt in that far. Look, you shouldn't worry about it too much, okay? There's a lot of history between Marc's family and the others in the vampire community. Even I only know parts of it because I'm just a first-generation infected. A lot of them consider me an outsider, too. Well, in any case, I have my own issues to worry about. I'd rather just focus on that and stay out of any vampire drama. Probably for the best. Hell yeah, it's for the best. I don't got time for that. Thanks for coming to get me. No problem. Allie didn't want to text since she wasn't sure where you'd be. See you tomorrow. Same. I like how he knew I was already up in the club room. He left me at the front door and I went to find Allie as she could take me home. I returned to my room still toweling off my hair after a long hot shower. As I flopped on my bed, I eyed one of my borrowed reference books, wondering if I should try to read a little more before bed. Then again, maybe that's why I've been having weird dreams lately. My phone chimed and I reached for it instead of one of the books. Oh, when can we get Marc an icon, goddammit? I thought I told you to not talk to anyone weird. I didn't. I stayed in the club room the whole time. Remember to be careful. I am being careful. Thank you very much. He knows. Why are we lying? Mom. Not that I have to justify myself to you. I thought I probably annoyed him with the last remark because he didn't respond for a while. I was just about to give up and go to bed when my phone chimed again. Oh my god! He is so cute! Good night, Michiko. Oh, fucker! Stop, my heart. That surprised me. Huh, good night text like that felt weird. Are we friends? Are we acquaintances? What's going on, Marc? Obviously he really cares because he still tells us good night. I am so touched. My heart. I texted him good night as well, but didn't receive a response after that. I set my phone aside and went to turn out the light. Maybe I just forgo reading and try to get some sleep. Chapter 3, Adrien Wallace. Oh, we get to learn about Adrien now? Okay, Adrien, what you got for me? I'll bit my lip, that hurts. I was falling. What the fuck? With the choking gas still caught in my throat, I jolted awake. I stared at the ceiling above me and fell back against my pillows, letting out a long, shaky breath. Wait, what? What? A dream. Okay, I thought I was fucking floating and I fell back on my bed. That's some crazy shit. Thank goodness. I blinked a few times trying to clear the fog out of my eyes. My heart felt like it was about to ready to leap through my ribcage. I set a hand on my chest, willing it to calm down. The room was dead silent. Faint traces of light were peeping through the curtains. A glance at my clock told me it was about an hour before the alarm. I sat up, rubbing my face. At least I didn't sleepwalk. Ugh. My dream was already fading, the details lost to the ether. But there had been music. In the dream, the melody had been familiar, but now that I was awake, I couldn't place a few refrains I remembered. My mind immediately went back to the thing I'd read about Crimbles the day before. Faint memories of beautiful music. I flopped over in bed, pulling the blankets up to my chin as I glared at my clock. Ugh, why couldn't I wait another hour? My eyes fluttered shut as I tried to entice sleep back. A chattering sound near the window caused them to fly open again. What? Ugh. God, okay, you scared the fuck out of me, Brownie. I thought you were the old woman again. I rolled over and sure enough, the Brownie was watching me from the windowsill. Go away. I picked up a pillow ready to launch it that way, but remembering what happened to Spencer when he made it mad, I thought better of it. Instead, I pulled the pillow over my own face, blocking out the growing light. Please leave. There was a soft thump, and the chattering retreated toward the door. I wasn't sure if it was anger chattering or just chattering. I yanked the pillow off my face and propped myself up on my elbows. Is something spooky gonna happen? And don't steal my brother's keys today either. He's blaming me for that, you know? It hypnotized my way before it vanished into the hall. Unsure if that was an acknowledgement and too tired to care. I flopped back into my blankets, then wrapped myself into a burrito as I resigned myself to an hour-long staring contest with my clock before Mom called me down to breakfast. But at least I didn't wake up outside this time. That was something. Though the idea that the brownie was watching me sleep still sort of creeped me out. I mean, I'd rather the brownie watch me sleep than the fucking old lady, and the brownie should wake me up. In books, girls who know vampires get hot guys watching them sleep. I get I get creepy old fairies. I mean, the brownie's cute. He's cute. She's cute. They're cute. I don't know the gender of the brownie. Anyway, this is where we're gonna stop for today's episode. I'm really much in love with Marc Route. So much. So freaking much. And I love Marc so much, and he must know that. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.